In your opinion, what's most important in the kitchen? A good set of pots and pans and knives. What do you have in your set? My set includes a paring knife, a boning and fillet knife, a bread knife, a carving knife, and a chef's knife. I'll talk about the chef's knife now. Its handle certainly attracts attention. Why was it designed like this? Have a look. I put down the knife I used, say, for cutting or chopping. See what happens? The blade remains above the countertop. It does not make the counter dirty. Also, why was the handle shaped like this? Because chefs ask for it to be this way. It was designed based on their experience. See? I place my finger here. Previously, my fingers were placed this way when cutting, and it can be done this way, but holding a knife that way for a very long time causes pain in the wrist and joints. Holding the knife this way prevents that problem. Now, what are the knives made of? They're made of steel, and more precisely from rolled nickel chromium molybdenum alloy. Sometimes you'll find steel knives that are forged instead of rolled. What's the difference? If the steel is rolled instead of forged, the knife is more flexible and does a better job. Now I'm a regular home cook, so I'll reach for the paring knife to see how it cuts my carrot. See how well that works? Now the carrot is chopped up. I'm putting the knife away and look. Its blade is up. So now I'll talk about this set of pots. We can use them with any type of burner. What's so unusual about them? Most importantly, they're made of stainless steel. Stainless steel is antibacterial, heavy-duty and extremely dense. It does not react chemically with your food or release any harmful substances into the food you eat. Philipiak cookware is made of high-quality chrome-nickel steel. The stainless steel is extremely durable and resistant to high temperatures. Steel does not create chemical reactions with food, so no harmful substances get into the food during cooking. What are these pots like? See? Here is the bottom. The bottom is very thick and conducts heat extremely well. Once the bottom is well heated, you can turn the temperature or the flame down to the minimum and be cooking the whole time with minimum energy consumption, saving you money. Philipiak cookware has a thick acuthermal multi-layer base, which heats up quickly and evenly distributes the heat inside the pan. The structure of the base enables healthy cooking and frying without fat. It also provides significant energy savings. Philipiak cookware works with gas and electric burners, as well as modern induction stovetops. Pay attention to the bottom-to-walls ratio. The bottom is a centimeter thick, and the walls are a millimeter thick. This proportion is 1 to 10. This is one of the features that allows you to cook in these pots without water or fat. You just need to cover it with a lid, take the pot and place it on a heat source. Gas, in our case. Here we are. Now we'll let the bottom heat up. In the meantime, I'll cut the onion while the bottom gets hot and ready for the onions and other vegetables. The vegetables are cut and I'm going to take my pot. See, the bottom has warmed up nicely, but not the handle, so I can grab the pot. Should I put this hot pot on the counter? No. I'll use the lid, turn it upside down, but carefully, because it's also warm, but not so warm that it'll burn me, and now the lid works as a trivet. Philipiak cookware can be used to serve food with style. Just turn the lid over and it becomes a pot holder. This practical design ensures that the pot is stable, making it easy to serve our guests soup or stew. I'm putting the hot pot down. Between the lid and the pan, a warm cloud of air is formed that keeps everything warm. And now I'll start with the onion. Why? I don't need to use any fat with this cookware. I put the onions in. Can you hear what's going on? I'll tell you what's happening. The compounds and oils responsible for all kinds of discomfort, such as bloating, are evaporating from the onion. 1 and 2. I'm cooking soup, so I'll add the chicken and place a nice leg and another half a leg. Now water. It stopped hissing. And now some tomatoes. Now I pick the pot up and put on the lid. Here we are. The temperature can be checked by looking at the thermometer in the lid. Philipiak cookware is equipped with handy thermometers, allowing you to monitor cooking temperatures at all times. Thanks to the thermometer, we don't need to lift the lid, so no steam is lost. If the thermometer's needle is in the blue area, the pot needs to be warmed up. Once it enters the red area, we can reduce the heat. The optimum cooking temperature is achieved when the needle is in the green area. The soup is cooking. What do I do now? I'll use the rest of my pots. These pots are designed so that I can cook the entire dinner on a single burner. How? By making a tower. I place them on top of each other. I'll start with this pot. This is a steaming pot. What do I put here? Things I have already prepared: potatoes, peppers, and garlic. There is a steaming ring here. What is it for? It reduces the diameter. Have a look, this way. And at the same time, that way, it releases the steam. But where to? Up, because we are making towers. Another pot inside. I'll put the rice here. In what proportions? 1 to 2. 1 scoop of rice to 2 cups of water. I've already measured it here. Here we are. And we pour in the water. Can I do anything else? Of course. This is a grater, but it can also be used as a steamer. What can I steam on it? Apples for dessert. Steam does not transfer odor, so I can place 4 apples, 1 for each person that will come for dinner. And now what? We'll use another pot to close the structure. I have yesterday's lunch here, which I'll heat up in this small pot. Have a look. The steam is condensing under the lid. Condensing, but nothing's getting out. I won't be scalded or get dirty in the kitchen, because the inner collar here traps the steam. Because now I won't need a lid at all, let's take it away and look. I could put it down here. I'll place it here. And now I will place my tower on my soup that's cooking away. Here we are. A meal is being cooked in the tower, but what kind of dinner is it without meat? I have a special pan. I've properly warmed up the bottom, and I can grill some meat right in the pan. I'll place the lid here. The pan with an extra handle. To make it easier, I'll place it here. Here we are. Now look at this. It has a special bottom that we call a P-bottom. With this type of bottom, we can both fry and grill the meat without fat and in its own juice, because it's healthier without extra fat. How do I know that the bottom is properly warmed up? The process is very simple. You can check with just a little bit of water. If a drop of water begins to run on the bottom like beads, it means that the pan is properly warmed up. See? This means that the bottom is perfectly hot. I'll pour out this water. Pour a few drops of water onto the bottom of the pan. If the water does not evaporate and the drops slide across the surface, the pan is ready for fat-free frying, and we can put the meat in. I'm putting the meat in like that. And now in this hot pan, I can fry the meat for about 10 minutes. Don't try to turn it over or pick it up, or be impatient. The meat must get a good sear, and then we can turn it over without it sticking. See here. Slowly some juice is appearing, and this is the sign. Can you see that? Time to turn it over. 1 and 2. Despite a reduction in heat or taking the Philipiak pan off the burner, the frying process continues. The acuthermal bottom spreads the heat evenly around the inside of the pan, and the spherical lid causes constant circulation of warm air. The pores on the surface of the meat close immediately. The meat retains its natural flavor and stays juicy, so you don't need to add any unhealthy salt. Excess fat is melted during frying and flows away through channels in the bottom of the pan. Depending on the type and size of the meat, pan frying takes anywhere from a few minutes to about 20 minutes. Dinner is ready. I'll take away the food I was warming up and get the one I was cooking. Now I'm taking the whole tower here. And now, how do I take off this top pot? The set comes with a helpful suction tool. Click, and it takes it off. And I'll put it aside. What do I have here? The apples. I'll take them out using the lifter that comes with the set. Did the rice cook well? Yes, of course. And these pots I'll put on another pot from the set. And here below them I made soup. In the small pot in which I was heating up the leftovers, here on the upside-down lid, see here in this way, here it is. Savings of space, time and energy. And another benefit? I'll call my friends, because I won't be able to eat everything on my own. In a simple way, using a single heat source, we can prepare a fully nutritious meal for the whole family while saving valuable time and energy. Thanks to Philipiak cookware, we can improve the quality of life for everyone.